to my channel. In today's video, it is just gonna be a cozy little chit chat about how to beat the January blues. But before I get into that, there's a lot of you who are waiting for a video of me filming some dinner recipes. I'm gonna get to that. However, I got my booster shot the other day and I just was kind of feeling a little bit crummy all weekend, so I just kind of took it easy, getting back into the swing of things. I finally took down my Christmas tree. There's still some Christmas presents scattered around, but you know what? That's just being a real mama. Anyways, let's get into this video because January just is not my favorite month. I think because I look forward to Christmas all year round and I do so much over Christmas and I love it, then January just kind of feels like a big old letdown. But I have 10 little tips and tricks that I use to kind of help me get through January and keep a little bit more optimistic. So make sure you guys stay tuned and let's get into this video. Tip number 1 is to make plans that you look forward to, or find small little ways to romanticize your life, like making a ritual of going to your favorite coffee spot every Thursday afternoon to get yourself a pick-me-up. That's something to look forward to. For myself, it's like a pamper session or like a bubble bath. Oh, bubble baths are my thing, especially in the winter time. And I'm talking like, I sit on my iPad, I have like a glass of wine, I do the face mask, like the whole meal deal. I look forward to that. Find little bright spots in your week that you can look forward to. Tip number 2, now this is a hard tip if you are Canadian or if you live where I live. Now in Alberta, we literally just had like a 30-degree change. Last week it was like minus 36, minus 40, it was freezing, and today it's 4 degrees out. So on those sunny days, on those warmer days, get your butt outside and get some of that fresh air and vitamin D. You will feel so much better, even if it's just for like a walk around the block, a walk to the mailbox. Take your little ones out, let them make snow angels for a little bit, even if it's just for like 10 minutes. I know getting them dressed takes longer than that, but your little ones will benefit from it. You will benefit from that. Everybody will just be a little bit happier just to see some sun. January is so cold and dark, and I have been cold for like the past 2 weeks. It's just been freezing out. But today's lovely and bright, so get outside and take advantage of those sunny days. Tip number 3. Now, like I said, I just took down my Christmas tree. So I've never left my Christmas tree up this long, and I have to tell you, I secretly loved it. But it made me think, why don't I treat my house like I do at Christmas time? I love to create like cozy little corners, and yes, I know we go over the top and I'm like the Griswolds and Christmas is everywhere in my home, but like cozy little corners. So like I have these like fuzzy little pillows and they're so cozy, like electric blankets, light a candle, have like fluffier bedding, like 2 duvets on your bed. Find ways to make your home feel cozy, just like it did at Christmas time. Don't lose that, keeping it cozy and warm. You don't have to go like bare. And that's what I feel like every time I take down my Christmas decorations, I always get sad because my house just feels like bare. I feel like there's an extra echo, that everything is just like monochromatic and boring, and I just want a little bit of life and love and happiness in here. So that's what I'm going to start doing, like interjecting like pops of color, some cozy elements that I can just like still snuggle up on the couch and not feel like I'm living in a show home. Because let's be honest, January, all you want to do is snuggle up and be warm. I just had to run and grab a book because my next tip is find a good read. Now, especially when I get busy, I don't necessarily have time to read, but I'm part of a book club with my cousins, and I recommended this book for over Christmas time, and it was the coziest, cutest little book ever. I absolutely loved it. It was kind of like the British Bake Off, a little feel of the British Bake Off there, and like nothing is cozier than the British Bake Off to me. But this is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. It's not too Christmassy, but still, like I started this on Boxing Day and I finished it the next day. I could not put it down. I absolutely loved it. So if you're looking for a cozy read and you still don't want to say goodbye to Christmas, I so recommend this book. But start a good book. There's something about like holding a physical book for me I just love. I like Audible, obviously it's convenient, but like there's nothing like holding a physical book. Like I don't know, it's weird. Even like the smell of the pages, I just love it. So get yourself a cozy read. If you're looking to continue that Christmas spirit, The Holiday Swap is definitely a cozy, cute little book. Tip number 5 is to buy yourself some flowers or like new plants. So I have some plants around my house that I've kind of kept alive for quite a while. I have this bonsai tree. I've kept him alive. He's like over there in my corner. But over Christmas time, I like tucked them away in a corner. But when I brought them back out, it just brought me so much joy. So buy yourself a plant, buy yourself some flowers, treat yourself, just something special to brighten your day. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference. Tip number 6 now. Christmas gifts, let me tell you. I swear Santa dropped off the entire North Pole for Ava. And mom and dad and all of her aunties and uncles and cousins. Like, she was spoiled rotten and she deserves it. She's a great little girl, the best little girl in my opinion. However, it was difficult finding places for everything. So I honestly spent all day today cleaning up her playroom. And we went through her toy room again, finding things to declutter, to donate, maybe garbage, or recycle, or upcycle, repurpose. But I'm telling you, that room, her toy room, was giving me anxiety. Every time I walked past it, if I don't have, I have a threshold for like letting clutter pile up, that it comes to a point where then it starts like weighing on my mind and I can't relax and I can't get calm. And that playroom is right across from my bedroom. So every morning when I would get out of bed, the first thing I would see was like an ocean of toys. Mountains, piles of toys. Couldn't even see the floor anymore. It got to the point today where I just like, my brain was like, nope, you gotta deal with this today. And I feel so much better for it. So little bit by bit, like declutter your bathroom counter. I did this during Vlogmas as well. Like I had like a 14-day challenge. Maybe I should do that again. I had a 14-day challenge where for 14 days I would declutter things based on the number of the day. So day 1 was 1 thing, day 2 was 2 things, day 3 you get the picture. And it was just simple, like my bathroom cabinets, or a junk drawer, or my linen closet, or maybe my sock and underwear drawer. But those little things mounted up, and by the end of it, I think I got rid of like probably over 200 things. That was just clutter and just creating unnecessary anxiety in my life. And I'm telling you, I felt so much better for it. So bit by bit, don't set out like you're gonna declutter your whole house. That's not realistic. But bit by bit, just like set out little goals for yourself. I'm telling you, it'll keep you calmer and you'll be happier for it. Tip number 7 is make small changes. So I'm gonna link to a video here and in the description down below of something that I did going into New Year's about like how to like set some goals for yourself, an intention for yourself, and a vision board, but then like setting small little steps. I'm telling you, some of the small steps that I've already started for myself, I feel so much better. Like I did not set out, I am going to start doing HIIT workouts 7 days a week and working out for 45 minutes twice a day. That is totally unrealistic. But I've started doing like Pilates every day and stretching and kind of getting into a routine. That's the thing. I think I'm building like systems and routines for myself that actually create calm in my life. It's working. I know it's only January 10th when I'm filming this, but honestly, I feel so much better for it. So start making out like little tiny small changes, and after a while, you are gonna start to see such a big impact. I'm telling you, it's only been like a week and a bit, and I already feel better for some of the small things that I started incorporating to my daily life. Tip number 8 is, what did you love most about Christmas? So this is like my favorite tip, and I do this every January and I always forget about it and then I remind myself. So I loved about Christmas making memories for Ava. Now I know that as a family, we're probably like crazy Christmas family, and that's totally fine. That's just what we love to do. But there's some things over Christmas that I love doing that I'm like, why don't we continue doing that? Like baking with Ava. So I've set out that every week Ava and I are gonna bake something together. Or trying a new recipe. There's nothing I love more and I'm watching like Christmas cooking recipes and then trying to do that recipe. Why don't I do a new recipe for myself every week? Or Christmas music. I love Christmas music and I love like crooner music. There's nothing saying I still can't listen to Christmas music, which I do, but also like crooner music and the Rat Pack and Michael Bublé and Bing Crosby, and or snuggling up and watching like a cozy winter themed movie. Doesn't necessarily like have to be a Christmas movie. I love like movie nights. So for Christmas, we would sit down and like make a big deal about a movie night. Why don't we continue doing that in January? Or make a big deal about a family game night? Why don't you keep doing that tradition? So have little moments that you love during Christmas and keep that rolling forward into January. I'm telling you, you are gonna have a smile on your face and you're gonna feel way better about those cold, dark nights. Like right now, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's already getting dark here. Let me tell you, it gets dark and cold quickly, so if I can have a snuggled up family game night, I'm down for that. Tip number 9, now I kind of just touched on this, but challenge yourself to trying a new recipe each and every week. Now, a great way to do that is through Chef's Plate or HelloFresh or like one of those food delivery services. I'm gonna link to a video down below I did last year for Chef's Plate. Honestly, I love Chef's Plate. I think that they're actually probably the best service. I'm not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. However, I'd love to be Chef's Plate. But I just find that their ingredients are a lot fresher and their meat products are fresher. But I've saved some of those, you can hear it in the background. I've saved some of those recipes and I still use them. And it pushed me out of my comfort zone to try different flavors and different things that I actually didn't think I would like. Or go onto the Food Network, go onto Pinterest, find a new recipe that's not like a casserole. Not that there's anything wrong with casseroles. I love a good old casserole, but something that's gonna push you out of your comfort zone and have you trying new things, new flavors, and new techniques on how to cook. It's so great, it's so much fun. Mirek and I actually have started cooking together a lot more. He is loving cooking. And he's actually really good at it too. He has like a smoker, yeah. Anyways, but we like cooking together and it's just a fun way for us to connect in the kitchen. Also, I started getting Ava involved in cooking, not just baking. She's like a rock star at baking. But then it dawned on me, when I was a little girl, my mom would always call me like her sous chef. And that's how I learned to start to cook. So, you know, I would like cut up the cucumbers, or I would wash the salad, or start learning how to actually cook and put recipes together. And I'm so grateful my mom did that, because I swear to this day, that's why I love cooking. It's such a stress relief. But getting Ava involved, actually, she's getting excited about what she's eating for dinner, which means more veggies, which means healthier options, which is a huge win. So get your family in the kitchen, you all start cooking, pick out a recipe together as a family, it'll be so much fun. My last tip is tip number 10, and that is to develop an evening routine, not just for your little ones, but for yourself, and get that sleep, girl. I cannot tell you, the older I get, the more I value sleep. If only I knew that when I was a little one. But I've started, kind of like tip number 1, romanticizing my life. I'm romanticizing my evening routine. I'm looking forward to it, like each night, and I'm telling you, each night after dinner, that's when my evening routine starts. And that includes, I clean my entire kitchen, I put all the dishes away, I empty the dishwasher, I like wipe out my sink so that in the morning, I'm not waking up to a dirty kitchen. I broom my floors, which is amazing. Then I also like put out Ava's clothes. I run myself a bath if that's what I'm gonna do for that night, or I do my like skincare routine. I have a cup of sleepy time tea. Mirek and I watch a show, I read a book, and then I go to bed. We are like Cinderella if we do not get our butts into bed. I'm telling you, getting that sleep helps me so much, and then helps me to be more productive on those cold, cold days. All right, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope that you like my 10 tips on how I beat the January blues, and hopefully these tips will help you guys too. Let me know down in the comments below what you do to beat the January blues, because I would love some new tips, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.